Hello everyone, I have been requested to do a more detail-oriented walkthrough of the cane form and kind of explain what some of the moves are intended to accomplish. So I'm going to do this by the count. For reference's sake, the nomenclature that I use, front of the room is north, my left side, if facing north, is west, my right side, if facing north, is east, and behind me is south. So I'll use those directions when I'm verbalizing where we're turning and where we're facing in the form. There will be a few times when I will deliberately rearrange position so that you can more easily see angles or close-ups. All right, this is Goo Boung. Chumbi position is parallel stance, cane on the right side, left hand, open knife hand covering center line. Goo Boung, 9 mountains, was the nickname given to Grandmaster Kim by his judo professor. 1, 2, and 3, I'm going to step back with my right foot into a left foot forward front stance, left foot forward back stance, facing, that would be northeast. And I'm going to do figure eight, and then draw back into a high section covering block. This is 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, I am going to slide forward, circle up to catch under the chin, circle up again to catch midsection or groin, and then press, or a pressing strike in place. So 4, 5, 6. All right, I'm in a left back stance, facing my starting position off to the northeast. My right foot returns to a transitional chumbi position. This is 7. Number 8, I'm going to step forward with my right foot, both hands come onto the cane, I push my opponent away, number 8. They catch the cane. Number 9, I'm going to break their grip. I release with my left hand, turn the cane over, catch it in my left hand, palm up, and pull back. That is number 9. Number 10, I kind of rewind that movement, catch them behind the head, left foot steps west into a left front stance, and I fling them down with the crook of the cane. That's number 10. Number 11, right foot steps forward, overhead strike, kia. So I'm in a right foot forward front stance, facing west. Number 11. Number 12, my left foot is going to come around 270 degrees counterclockwise until I'm in a left back stance, facing north, with just guarding the block. 12 here. Lead hand open, cane, crook up. 12. 13, I'm going to shift out from back stance into a front stance, catch my opponent's ankle, and wrench them down. All right, that's 13. 14, I'm going to step forward, put my left hand on the crook of the cane, clavicle strike with the butt end of the cane, 14. 15, I'm going to release with my right hand, come underneath, and take a right-handed grip in the cane. My left hand is just going to come palm up, and I'm going to pivot all the way around counterclockwise until I'm in a left back stance facing east. This is 15. I'm inviting my opponent to attack. 16, they step in with their punch. I slide off line, temple strike with the butt end of the cane. 17, I'm going to step forward, still facing east, into a right front stance, and I'm going to thread the cane along my opponent's neck, here. All right, so I want you to imagine that my opponent is right there like that. 15, 16, 17. Now, I'm going to kind of dance around behind my opponent for number 18. My left foot is going to step forward. My right foot is going to come all the way around and step back so that I end up here in a left front stance facing west. I've hooked my arm underneath the cane. I'm pulling in. That is number 18. Number 19, I'm going to step my left foot north into a left front stance facing north, and I'm going to kind of shrug away my opponent that I've currently choked. And 19, there. 20, I put both hands on the cane, double-handed strike to the midsection. 21, I release with my left hand, single hand strike to the groin. 22, I am moving the cane in between their legs and then buckling them by moving the cane this way. So it's coming through the legs, boom, and then that to stagger them. Okay. 22. Triple strike, 23, 24, 25. Overhand once, twice, 25. No key out there. A lot of people want to put one there. There isn't. 26, I am going to pivot. This will be clockwise, 270 degrees into a straddle stance. So a left straddle stance facing west. Double-handed strike with the crook of the cane to the solar plexus. That's 26. In place, I maintain my straddle stance. 27 is the same strike, but now it's to the throat. 28, I'm going to step forward, west, into a left front stance. I'm going to draw my left hand down towards the crook of the cane, and I'm going to do an angle 2 strike. So this is high left to low right. I slide my grip in the other direction, left hand then right hand, and I do an angle 1 strike, high right to low left. I move my right hand back up to the crook, my left hand towards the crook, and I do a reverse angle 1 strike, so low left to high right. 31, I'm going to shift. I'm currently in a left front stance facing west. I'm going to shift into a left back stance facing west. Hook to the throat. Right. From here, my left foot stays where it is. My right foot is going to come all the way around clockwise until I'm in a right back stance facing south. All the way around. And call it a double knife hand block with the cane. Backhand open, cane here. Okay, so this is 32. My opponent steps in to punch. 33, I strike their arm, catch their wrist. 34, hit with the crook of the cane to the ribs. And I'll give you close-ups of this from a different angle momentarily. So let us see here. That was 32, 33, 34. 35, hit them in the temple. 36, step my left foot forward towards the south, fold their arm over the cane, and throw them down with basically an arm quill, but you ground. 37, they're down. I struck. I want to show that sequence from the side. So, 32. They step in with a punch, hit their hand, catch their hand. That's 33. Slide out into a straddle stance, pull their arm, strike to the ribs. 34. 35, hit him in the temple. And then I'm folding that arm over, stepping forward, tossing them down. That is 36, 37, strike. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, For 38, I'm going to step my right foot almost up to meet my left foot. It can be a parallel stance or a closed stance. Low section side thrust kick with my left leg. There. I'm going to set that leg down into a front stance facing east. All right, so it's 38 was the kick. 39, 40 are going to be reverse figure 8. 39, 40. 41, 42 are going to be a regular figure 8. 41, 42, and then I tuck. 43, I step forward into a right front stance, midsection punch. I'm going to show 38 through 43 at a different angle and talk about how I kind of parse the reverse figure 8, because that was the toughest thing for me. All right, so 38, low section, side thrust kick. When I'm doing the reverse figure 8, I think about a clock face in front of me. I'm going to start my strike from 5 o'clock all the way on up to 10 o'clock. 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Then I'm going to drop the cane down to 7, bring it right back up to 2, and that's where it hits across the arm. So that's how I parse the reverse figure 8. There. Then the regular figure 8, circle, step and punch. Right front stance facing east, 43. For 44, my left foot is going to come around counterclockwise until I'm facing south in a left front stance. As I do that, I'm going to do an open hand wedging block with my left hand, maintaining grip on the cane with my right. Okay, so 44, here. 45, I'm going to toss the cane into my right hand, hook behind their head, cut underneath their arm, 45. 46, knee strike. As I set my foot down, I'm putting my left hand onto the crook of the cane. I am stepping around counterclockwise with my left foot, beginning to wrench them down. I step forward with my right. I'm now in a right front stance, facing west as I fling them down. Aya, and I believe that would be 48. Let me do that from a different angle. Here, let's do it. Let's do it this way. Because now, I need to step around. There's my wedge, 44, 45, 46, 47, aya, 48. Back to our regular angles. This is where I would be if I started facing the front. 43, aya. 44, wedge. 45, toss and hook. 46, knee strike. 47, wrench them around. 48, complete the wrench around. Aya, fling them down. 49, I'm going to step south with my left foot into a left front stance, facing south. 49 is a back fist strike. 50 is a forward circle, catch behind the back. Okay? 51, I step my right foot south into I'm in a right front stance, facing south. Bring the cane over, two hands, around, and strike to the side of the head. That was, let's see, 48, 49, 50, 51. 52, pull into a cat stance or a back stance, wrench them in. 53, shift back out into your front stance, cane releases and comes back against your right arm, elbow strike, 53. Guard comes up, front thrust kick towards the south, 54. I'm going to set that down 90 degrees, facing east into a left back stance, and guarding block 55. Let me show all of that from different angle. 48 here, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. So I would now be here. Let me make sure the angles are right there. 9, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. They're stepping in with a punch. I shift out my left foot into a left front stance. 56. I catch their punch with the crook of the cane, turn it over and pull. 56. 57. I pivot in with an arm break. 58. I wind my arm into the crook of the cane, underneath their armpit, drive them downward and slightly back. 59. I'm going to throw with osotogari, so I reach with my right foot, reap. And 60. As I'm coming down, I'm doing a double-handed downward strike, aya, where I just threw them. That is 60. 61, my left foot steps back into transitional chumbi position. And now 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, aya, 67. Remember, it is left foot that returns. That tends to be difficult for people because during the first break-in, breakout, we step up with our right. And during this last one, we step back with our left. Goo Boung, 67 movements, representing the last two digits of 1967, the year that Grandmaster Kim came to the US. I hope this was useful.